Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. My grandmother and my parents would say that when they disapproved of friends of ours. This saying may also translate into your vibe is your tribe, and this is true. I see how my friendships have come and gone. People have come in and out of my life, our lives as family, as we go through different stages. I decided to start working hard on these mercados, and they started taking up a lot of my time. I was no longer able to hang out with all my old girlfriends, who I still love and catch up with once in a while. But because I recruited a lot of my friends and my community to participate, I felt a very strong sense of responsibility to make these mercados work. So I had to put in the work, which, by the way, I'm enjoying very much. I'm not complaining. But I realized that I slowly started attracting women like me, fabulosas. Women that like the idea of working for themselves, of creating something, of funneling their energy into something beautiful. Women that enjoy being challenged, women that are proud of their culture. You see it in their products. You see it in how they express themselves. You see it in their fashion. These women have a day job, a night job. These women have children, and they need the flexibility that vending promotes. These women have to keep busy like me. And I'm now surrounded by all these diosas and women like Karla-Sofia from Karla-Sofia Botanicals, a mother of two, full-time employed, full-time entrepreneur, and a founding member of the Goddess Mercado and the Goddess Mercado Boutique. I'm so excited that you're here, Karla. I love you. I know Karla for years, but I'm not going to tell Karla's story. I'm going to let Karla share her story. She's big time Chicana power, and she's here to share her entrepreneurial journey in hopes that you will be inspired to join us. Welcome, Karla.
Well, thank you, Diana. I'm so super excited to be here.
All right, Karla, let's get to the point.
Let's do it.
You own Karla-Sofia Botanicals, and you're a licensed apothecary. You make all these natural products, and I want to know how you came up with the idea and how you started, because I would have never thought of something like that.
So I started years ago because my youngest daughter has eczema, and she was developing eczema on her face and her back, and I noticed that everything that we used would just inflamed it. So I'm like, I need to go on and do my research and see what I can do to help her. So I started making natural soaps, all natural, organic, and they started helping her. And then I started, I'm a naturally curious person, and I like to just dabble into natural things. I'm a wellness, person. I love anything that's natural, organic, just like a lot of us are, right? And I'm a mom, and you want the best for your kids. So I started making more soaps and lotions, and then I started selling it to friends, and people would love it, and coworkers, and that's how I started.
Everything you told me about you tells me that you are a true goddess. You're a nurturer, you're a creator, you're a gifter, you're fabulous, you're easily inspired. So, this is the experience that you had in creating the soaps, your soap line. What inspired you to launch a business from this, craft?
You know what? I think it goes back to how I grew up. So I grew up in South Central Los Angeles. I grew up with parents that hustled, and we sold at the swap meet for years. All of my life, we were at the swap meet, Paramount.
I love the swap. I used to sell there too.
And then during Christmas, I had my stand. My mom had her stand. We were hustlers.
That's badass.
And we were, and it was a typical immigrant, story, hustlers, and you see your parents just hustle. And there was a time where my mom and my dad separated, and my mom didn't know any English, had to raise 4 kids on her own.
4 girls? No, 1 boy.
No, 1 boy, and in South Central Los Angeles with, it was really hard. So she I remember she would sell Jafra, Cristal, Avon, Princess House. I mean, everything. And I would remember her just helping her on the weekends and just hustling that way. And I knew that education was going to really help my family because I'm the oldest of 4. So I focused on education. I got into a really good college, and my siblings followed me, so we're all, college.
They sure did. I know all of your fabulous sisters are amazing ass kickers.
They're counselors like you, but I never. That was a seed in me, just watching my mom just hustle and look for opportunities. And I'm blessed that I'm not in that situation where I have to. It's more of like, it's just in my blood. Just going out there and creating things and offering things that is going to benefit, whoever buys it. So that
is so special because you were very inspired by your mom. And now that you're a mom on your own, you're like, shit, I can't believe my mom did this.
Yes.
But you are doing the same for your daughters.
Yeah.
They've come to the boutique. They've come to the mercados.
Yeah.
They participated in a lot of the events and photo shoots and that's because of you.
Yeah.
But now tell me, who was the person that pushed that button that triggered you into launching?
So I was with, I was divorced with 2 young kids. I was a single mom. And then I met somebody and he became my daughter's stepfather. We were never married, but we were in a family. We were in a committed relationship. We lived together and he helped me raise my 2 girls for 10 years. And then one day he got diagnosed with cancer. I mean, he was healthy. He would go to the gym and it was a surprise. And he was diagnosed in June and he passed away in July. And then after that, his palliative care physician, I had an appointment with him after he passed and just kind of check in to see, how I was doing. And we both work for the same, hospital. So I work for Kaiser. He asked me, he's like, what do you want to do with your life after now that you're single again? What are your dreams? And I'm like, well, I have this, side hustle that I love, that I like to do, that I like to create. He's like, do it. Do you want to stay here and be a slave to a company, or do you want to start your own and really venture on your own? And I'm like, you know what? He's right.
He saw something in you.
He did. Yeah. And that's when I enrolled in it's a certification program. It's a skincare formulation, organic skincare formulation. And from there, I learned everything that you need to know to create natural skincare products. So he was the one that inspired me. And then right after that, I reached out to you because you were inspiring me. You were posting and you were selling your purses and you were a hustler. And I'm like, I need some of that.
And I was having fun. You saw me, right? And I was having a blast popping up.
So I called you. I'm like, hey, tell me more about these pop-ups. How can I join? And that's when you created this beautiful community of fabulosas.
Thank you.
Goddesses.
It was my idea, but I didn't do it alone. And you are one of our founding members. So you did come to our first pop-up at a local parking lot. And you kicked ass.
I did.
What was that like for you? Tell us a little bit about launching your product.
It was I can't even explain it. It was so joyful, and so I was full of so much love and so excitement that here I am. I created things with my own hands, with intentions. Like I actually prayed over my products. I visualize whoever is using them to really benefit their skin and their own soul. Like I'm a very spiritual person. I've been trained in Kundalini yoga and I do meditations. Anyway, that's another.
We gotta do a yoga at the boutique.
But just seeing just talking to the people there and really coming to support us. And really getting to know our customers and why they buy our soaps and how, even repeat customers, they follow me and just talking to them. It's just so inspiring to be among a community and getting to know people from the community. And it's just,
I remember you killed it. You came up to me and you closed your hands. You're like, oh my God. But you know what? This is what I tell everybody, Karla. When we're launching a business, we have to reach out to our friends and to our family, to our coworkers. That's our network. And that day, I saw that your entire network came out to support you. And that says a lot about you.
Yeah, no, and I think it goes for everybody. I think it's really, really tapping into our community. Like, what kind of community on your own have you built? Your network of friends, of coworkers. I mean, who have you, touched? I mean, those people want to see you flourish. They want to see you, succeed. So they'll support you. They'll drive. I have friends that drove like all the way from the valley, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys love me.
They sure do. You're easy to love. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I started buying soaps from you. Aww. And, cuando me estaba lavando la cola, I was thinking about you. All the mugre was coming out. And I was like, my friend made this. She made it with her hands in her kitchen, in her laboratory. This is so special. And it smells so good and it felt so good, and all the natural products, even the way you pitched it to me. I'm so proud of, I threw every soap away. And I'm using your moisturizer because I did look at your skin, and your skin is supple and shiny and fabulous. And I was like, okay, this is my friend. These are her products. She's not going to put any inferior ingredients so that it could damage me. No. So I'm totally committed to your soaps and your product. And I appreciate and I love that you're here with us. And nothing feels better than supporting a friend.
Oh my God. So I just want to give you kudos. I know you don't like to listen to but you really are inspiring so many women, and just this community that you've created is something that you really can't even put a price to it. I mean, it's something that you can't even explain. It's women supporting women with vision, with goals, with dreams,
with fashion,
yes. And you just see right through them, and you see their potential, and you're the one that just pushes everybody. I can see that in you. I see that in you, and you can't get that from a lot of people. So you've built a community, and what I love about the Goddess Mercado is that everyone's pretty much very similar in that way, where everybody's really there to support each other. And it's not like, high school. It's really just, how can I help? How did your day go? This is what you should do. Let me share my ideas. What are you doing? I see you succeeding. What are you sharing? And this is a great, community that you've built. So.
Thank you for that, Karla. I'm gonna take it because it has been a lot of work, and I'm trying to attract more women like you. We're like-minded. We want to share. We want to support each other. We want to inspire each other. We want to promote each other. And that's what it takes. Thank you so much for that. But back to you.
Back to me. Yeah. See how I like to flex? Back to me. So I'm creating more products. I'm creating more products. It's my products are obviously made with natural ingredients. And I think I think that I do something a little different. It is that I really infuse. I clear myself of all of my negative energy before I start creating my products. I do Palo Santo, I do my singing bowls, and then because I want to make sure that whatever I'm creating, I'm infusing with love and with the intention of them being beneficial and feeling my energy through my products. So my dream is really to have a full line skincare line that uses organic products. Right now I use a couple of ingredients that they're directly from that I go and I look for in Mexico. I use tepescohuite, I use prickly seed oil from a farmer in Mexico, in Guadalajara. So I like to source my ingredients from ethical sources and sources that mean a lot to me.
Ever since I started using your product, because it's so delicious and I feel like amazing. My favorite is a love spell soap. I know you pray over it and it inspires and attracts love. And at the end, there's a little rose quartz in there somewhere. Y yo me lavo todo with that one, I'm a lathered. But it made me curious, and now I'm starting to pay more attention into the ingredients that are in my product. Yeah. And because of you, you would have come to me, I have this new product, and I have this vendor, y me subió el precio, and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like all of this for soap? Yeah. But I could see how big companies kind of monopolize or focus on certain vendors and can use all the ingredients that are used for certain product, but I like that you're passionate about learning and passionate about what you're sharing, and then you make it with your own beautiful manitas.
Mis manitas is like when we cook, when you're cooking, estás enojada y te sale bien mala la comida, pues así están the things that you create with your
so
hand.
True.
Cuando te sale el chile bien picoso, estás enojada.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You create with, you set what you want to achieve, and it's, you want the other person to feel the love that you put into your hands, your creation. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to expanding my line and just working with vendors. Right now I have my love spell candle, which I'm dabbling outside of skincare because I love candles too. It's my love spell candles that are really popular because I infuse them also just like the soap. I have rose quartz that I energetically clean with Palo Santo, and I infuse them with a quartz sound.
I love that.
It's a singing bowl that is associated with the heart chakra. So I do that, and then that's what goes into every love spell soap. And I use the same crystals in my love spell candle, and I use a little bit of canelita and rose petals, everything that is really geared to either self-love, because we all know it really starts with us and really loving ourselves, and that's what you will attract.
Well, let me tell you, girl, like what you just shared right now is so romantic. I feel so much love, I feel so much romance, and even when I use the soaps, I feel that. And I feel, no es por nada, but ever since I started using your soaps, I feel very romantica and very loved.
I know. Wow.
But that's what, because you're not going to get this at a big chain market. Like, who's going to tell you this story and you doing this ritual in your bath, in your shower. And that's what's so special about being able to have you in our circle and in our network.
And once again, you're not going to get any of our products from that we have at the boutique from Target or Marshall's, you may get the, similar products, but it's not with that intention, with that love,
with that energy. I know you've had a lot of things that happen here, a lot of loss, like a lot of loss. How has dealing with all that and then all of a sudden funneling your energy into being creative and healing, how has that affected your family?
Oh, it's really, I think I would like to think that my daughters are inspired to see me thrive, and I thrive when I create. I thrive when I'm in community.
It's awesome.
I thrive when I'm surrounded with people, when they come to my pop-ups and they see me and they're just like laughing at me because I'm like talking to my customers and I'm talking about my products and and they're like, oh wow, mom, I'm so happy that you're doing that, something that is passionate, that makes you happy. So that's and I thank you because you're allowing this opportunity for us to really get together and sell products and connect with our customers. And we funnel our pain, we funnel our grief, and we funnel everything that we don't want to carry, and we just transform it into something that's beautiful. And you've allowed this by giving us an opportunity to really hey, here's an opportunity for you to funnel all of that pain, transform it, girl, and create something that's going to benefit somebody else.
I always tell everybody, thank you, by the way. And I'm going to take it, girl, because I want others to be inspired and to want to create a space or opportunities for others in our network, for families, for other mujeres, because we're so powerful. But what I know, like what you just shared, and me knowing your story, how, your ex-husband was murdered.
Yep, he was just murdered it's going to be 2 years this month.
And it's very tragic loss. And then your ex, your boyfriend died of cancer, and you were left alone to start over again. And I realized that heartbreak, you went through a lot of heartbreak. Yeah. So did your daughters. Oh yeah. But you've been able to funnel that heartbreak and get inspired by the heartbreak and create a lot of love. Yeah. So that's what's very powerful about you and the energy you put out. and the creation that your business entails. So I'm really inspired by it, and so are your daughters, and so is your family. I know.
Yeah, and let me tell you just something.
Tell me.
I think when we go through grief or we go through tremendous loss or pain, I think it's so important to surround yourself with a really good support system. So some of us, I was blessed with really supportive family members, and just families always there and good friends. But I think, this Goddess Boutique and, the Goddess Mercado can be an outlet for a lot of people going through some trauma or pain. This is your opportunity to connect. I think connection is what we need. That heals those wounds, is really like that connection to make you feel like, to remind you that you're not alone. And I think that this is beautiful. This is another avenue.
This is a great segue, because you know what I want to talk about. What do you like best about the Goddess Mercado?
Oh my gosh, I have a whole list. I think first of all, it is the community space that you've created with Diosas, with fabulosas, like-minded women. You created so many beautiful aspects of it. You have the fashion show that we all get to see and display, and everybody gets to share what their, fashion, their style, and it makes it fun. The music, the food, the community, the opportunity to connect with one another, the vendors and our customers. I think just everything.
It is. I agree with you. Now, because you were one of the founding goddesses, I also recruited you to be part of the boutique.
Yes.
And that's a whole different other animal.
It's amazing. Imagine just a storefront where all of our products are made by diosas and fabulosas.
That's right. But even though you're doing all these great things, Karla, I know for a fact, because I've experienced it myself, and so have a lot of women that I've been working with. We all have those, what I like to call, porque soy vulgar a veces, huevona days. And I'm not talking about, the self-care day, like the day that you just chill. I'm talking about those days where you get up, because depression is common. We all go through it. What's not common is how we deal with it, correct? But what do you do on those days where you feel like, what did I get myself into? What am I doing?
How I get out is I put music on. Music is really important for me. I dance folklorico.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Le pongo un mariachi, un Vicente Fernández, and really it just changes your energy. Or if I feel not so much high energy and I really want to calm myself down, I go to my meditation and I sit down and I give myself a couple minutes and really to tune in. What do I want? And how can I move forward? And usually the impulse comes, and that's what I do.
That's so beautiful. You obviously have a lot of tips and strategies to share with us. I actually want to hear more about the Kalinga Yogi, and we're gonna have it at the boutique. Kulandini. I like that word too. Kulandini. But if you want to meet Karla and support her and all the goddesses, please join us at the Goddess Mercado in East LA at the Hilda Solis Learning Academy, or you can find Karla's product at the Goddess Mercado Boutique in Huntington Drive. Follow us at the Goddess Mercado on Instagram, at the Goddess Mercado Boutique also on Instagram, or at the Queer Mercado. And you can follow Karla. You want to do your pitch, Karla?
Absolutely. You can follow me at Karla-Sofia Botanical on Instagram, or if you follow me for any yoga, any wellness information, I do Women's Circle. You can follow me at Yogi Karla at Instagram as well. Or you could visit my website at karla-sofia.com.